100,000 Iranians joined our Telegram group in a single day, and the regime hated it. The people loved it. It brought out the truth about Iran's destruction of the environment. So it was a triangulation of all these things simultaneously. So my sort of call to the West is we need to wake the fuck up. We need to build technologies. We need more funding. We need to go on war footing. We need to treat this as the serious topic that it is, not just a fringe little thing. And our enemies get it. The dictators get it. That's why they're pouring so much resources into this. How are you supposed to beat somebody who's willing to sacrifice themselves, their entire family, their entire society, and it's the most noble thing that they can do in their view? By the way, people don't take that seriously, but they're deadly serious.
Yeah.
They mean what they say and they say what they mean. So it's hard for us to fathom that. Like no American would say, yeah, if 350 million Americans perish, it's a great thing if we can just crush China. Like that's not a thought. And no one in Israel says, well, yeah, if 10 million Israelis are all killed in the name of jihad, let's go for it. That doesn't exist. And so there's a fundamental asymmetry. On the narrative front, you're right. We care about facts and truth and all these things, and our enemies are just basically spouting bullshit, whatever advances the cause. There's a lot of deception when you see these interviews with Qatar's leaders. It's like a joke. I mean, it's like an absolute and total joke. The prime minister is interviewed and, asked about certain issues. And he says, look, we have nothing against America, nothing against the West. We're great allies. Meanwhile, they're funding the people that mass murdered Americans on October 7th. And Iran is another great example. Silver-tongued, diplomats run around the world painting Iran as this reasonable power. And then those talking points are parroted by media in the West. And they say, look, Iran isn't really a threat. Look at what they talk about. Why are you fomenting? Why are you making up this threat? And I think it's our job, sort of collectively, people who care about the future of the free world, to change that completely and say, no, no, no. If Iran tried to assassinate the president of the United States. They tried
Yes.
to kill Pompeo and Bolton. They backed the drone that almost mass murdered American diplomats at the consulate in Tel Aviv. They tried to blow up a restaurant in Washington, D.C., which would have had hundreds of casualties. They killed thousands and maimed thousands of American soldiers. They blew up the Marine barracks in Beirut. They chant death to America. They burn American flags, and so on and so on and so on. And so to hear now this idea parroted in America, well, they're not a threat to America. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
This is insane.
What is a threat to America if it's not Iran?
It's a total dissolution of reality and the word threat and just the So I see this all as part of a narrative war that
Yeah.
we let them win and think about the consequences down the line.